Hello world, how you guys doing? Welcome to Mayhem in May. Yes, we are back yet again. This is day 20. Guys, I'm so excited about Mayhem in May. We had 19 other speakers to go before this great and amazing speaker, and I'm excited because I'm a tech guy, right? I love tech, and I love that we are talking about how do you take advantage of technology for day 20. So allow me to read the synopsis of this particular topic. My small business management tip to other entrepreneurs is to leverage technology and small business management tools that minimize and automate workflow processes as much as possible. Companies like HubSpot, Bookkeeper, which is a bookkeeping software, and Zapier, right? For those of you who are not familiar with that particular software, listen, your time and effort should be spent moving the company forward, not doing miscellaneous and company operations. So it's very, very important that you try to minimize all of the small tasks as much as possible and delegate those as well. But listen, don't just take it from me, right? I would love to bring on my lovely host. As you guys know, you've seen her all of last year, Miss Sharia Williams. Ma'am, listen, do everybody a favor, introduce yourself and just give us your 2 cents of what you think and how you feel about taking advantage of technology.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Pitts, for that wonderful introduction. And yes, I cannot believe that it is day 20 already, man. We are rocking and rolling. And I am so excited to be here yet again for another fantastic Mayhem in May. Yes, take advantage of technology. Technology is everywhere. What is my take? Well, first, let me tell you who I am. I am the lovely Sharia Williams. Many people know me as Coach Cece, but I wasn't always a coach. In fact, I spent 20 years in science. So you guys ever hear that acronym called STEM? Yep, that T, that stands for technology. So the science, technology, engineering, and math. So, I'm in there somewhere because I was in that science piece. So, I love it all. And I could not do any of it without technology. So I am so excited to hear from our wonderful, wonderful speaker tonight. We're not going to delay this anymore. We have some wonderful information for you all, and I'm going to bring her up right now. She has an awesome presentation. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the platform, Miss Z Scott. She's going to take it away.
Well, thank you so much for that introduction, Coach Cece. My name is Z Scott. I'm also known as the SEO Queen. And, my company, we are a technology-driven company, and we help companies get more clients and revenue without paying for expensive ad campaigns by leveraging the power of technology. So the SEO Queen was birthed out of a desire to see Black-owned and women-owned businesses grow in a great way through the power of technology. The specific technology that our team uses is search engine optimization, website browsers, and the internet. These days, no matter what platform you're using, whether it's Amazon, whether it's Google, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, whatever the platform is, YouTube, you are going to search for information. You're going to search for media, whether it's a web page, an image, or a video. And my team helps companies get their digital assets in front of the right people. So by the numbers, the SEO Queen we were founded in 2017. I founded the company in 2017. We've driven over $100 million worth of revenue for our clients. We've driven 100 million search engine result pages impressions. We've built mobile apps and websites as well. So technology is so important. And as Dr. Cajuel mentioned earlier, eliminating those tasks. Like a lot of business owners build their business by networking, calling on the phone, going to different events, passing out business cards, talking to family members, asking for, referrals. And that approach is I call it the spaghetti method. So you're basically you're hoping that the people that you're talking to are interested. The way you can take advantage of technology is by using the data that Google has organized in its index to connect with those who want what you are offering. There are over 2 trillion searches that are happening on Google annually. And so 2 trillion, just to give you some perspective on that, there's only a billion people on Facebook. And so it's a factor of over 900 more eyeballs that are using Google annually than use Facebook. So this is a really powerful tool. And I want to to go into that. This is my son. I'm not only am I a technologist, a CEO, I'm a speaker, author, podcaster, and I just want to delve into the problem. So let's get to it. So the problem for most companies is like, how do you make more money? And the answer in short is to take advantage of technology. It's tough, growing an audience base, growing a customer base, finding the time and the expertise to implement the right technology, creating content, publishing it consistently. I've talked to several Black-owned and women-owned business owners who definitely have some challenges, getting eyeballs to their website, or in fact getting their website developed. So there's technology that you can use, open source technology, Google's tools, to give you additional visibility in the market so your revenue grows, because that's the name of the game. You want to utilize technology that is going to enable you to connect with your ideal customers in such a way that your revenue grows. And in short, you want your company to be magnetic and have that attraction that brings more consumers to it. And you can definitely bring more consumers to your business when you're using technology around the clock, because technology doesn't need to eat, it doesn't need to sleep, and you can definitely use technology to drive results. So I'm going to go over what is search engine optimization, what is this technology, why is it important, and then I'll open for questions. So SEO stands for search engine optimization, and this is a process that you develop a marketing plan to improve the visibility of your website within one or more search engines. Search engines including, but not limited to, Google, Yahoo, Bing, DuckDuckGo, and so forth and so on. So when you have a website and you add the SEO, you definitely get more customers, clients, and revenue. I can definitely tell you that when you are able to put the key phrase into, when consumers are able to put, or other businesses, if you're B2B or B2C, when they put your product and service description into the search bar and you're able to pop up onto Google page 1, that's money. This is a technological advantage that you can utilize and leverage for your business. Here is the anatomy of a search engine's results page. So what I wanted to convey here is that this is the search phrase. And as you can see, the search phrase is in both the meta title and the meta description. So when you use those, your target keywords that your best consumers are using, your best prospects are using, it helps you to come up in search engines. And believe it or not, SEO is a game changer because only 30% of your competition is using it, and 94% of people go to search engine results, organic search engine results only. So it really is a game changer. So just to give you some more context, this is from HubSpot. Social media is definitely one of the most popular marketing channels out there. SEO is the second most popular. However, SEO drives way more money than social media. So here is a case study of a company that the SEO Queen team worked with over many years, a couple of years now, going on 3 or 4 years now. And we were able to, with an hour a week, increase their visibility on search engines. So they were able to increase the revenue of their website. Their website alone, one channel, is a six-figure channel in revenue. So this is a really powerful platform. And as you can see here, how it was before, and just this is another client. You could see in June, it was traffic was about 336, and then the traffic it grew by 3 times just by increasing the keywords from 545 keywords to 988 keywords, and increasing the ones that are in the top above the fold on Google page 1 from 25 to 70. So this is a really powerful technology that can really boost your bottom line. And SEO, this technology approach, when you take advantage of this is applicable to as many industries or verticals that you can think of: e-commerce, service, education, entertainment, clothing, toys, mobile apps, hair products, you name it. People are searching for it. And I know some of the people watching this, Mayhem and May, are definitely business consultants, motivational speakers. And as you can see here, there's over 11,901 keywords that have motivational speaker in it, that have a search volume of 338,000. And business consultant is another keyword that there's over 30,000 variations of business consultant that has almost 1 million searches per month. So this is a really powerful data-driven approach. And the icing on the cake is that it costs less than outbound leads. This technological approach is cheaper than radio commercials, TV commercials, event sponsorships, the list goes on and on. And this inbound marketing approach delivers 54% more leads into your marketing funnel than traditional outbound leads. The other thing about this technology approach called search engine optimization is that it keeps you on top of mind and also helps you to build additional credibility. I know a lot of business owners are, as you're growing and bootstrapping your business, or, making the decisions on where you put your dollars. One of the things that I hear people say is that I need to know that this dollar that I spent automatically, birth, 10x my, I want this ROI. The realistic view is the fact of the matter is only about 6% of the market at any given time is ready to buy. And the reality is when you are able to blog and have your website highly visible in search engines in such a way that when people search for questions, answers, and other things that you pop up, you speak to them along their buyer's journey. And that 94% of the market is the impact. It's a big impact that you can have by being visible in search engines and using this technology to your business's advantage. And so you definitely want to have a short-term mindset, of course, but also have a long-term outreach, because the seeds you plant today are the harvest you reap tomorrow. So the average company that blogs, and blogging is a vital important of any SEO campaign, you generate more links. And so you definitely want to blog with your SEO strategy, because this allows you to get more pages indexed as you're adding more value to Google and other search engines. And, people love to purchase based on blogs. So this is a great technology. Using your website, using SEO, website plus SEO, generates customers and revenue. So 70% of consumers prefer getting to know a company via articles. If you're only running ads, you're missing out on 70% of the market. So you definitely want to take advantage of technology so that you can get in front of your ideal client. A low quality site loads slow, it's not mobile friendly, it has little to no content, bad grammar, the subject matter is not clear, you copy other people's content. These are all things that if you do this, you're not going to be able to get the eyeballs that you desire. So it's really important for you to optimize your website following best practices. And if you don't take advantage of Google's verification process, if you don't take advantage of the data that Google has available in terms of how people are talking about your particular industry, Google will not be able to see it. Just like when you go to a document and you're looking for a certain word or phrase in a word processing document and you use the find functionality, if you're looking for a word and you misspell it, you're not going to catch it. And so the same with search engines. This is a technology that's very specific, and Google will not be able to see and index your company correctly if it can't see you. So it's very important for you to use the data available so that your website is full of traffic and not a revenue desert. So how much traffic do you need? Well, it's up to you, depending on your product price point. If your product is I want to say like tiny like a mouse, if your product in terms of its price is tiny like a mouse, you definitely want to get a lot of traffic. But if you're a high ticket sales, you don't need as much, but a little dab will do you and take you a long way. So there are some free resources on SEOqueen.com so you can learn more about how to take advantage of technology to get your business more clients and revenue without paying for expensive ad campaigns. And this is the information here. And there's also a book that you can look at on the website. And this is a picture of the Fly Girls, and this is how I feel. I'm ready to dance when I get more clients, more traffic and revenue. I just love it. So thank you so much for tuning in. And now I'm ready for Q&A, questions and answers.
Absolutely. So, Ms. Scott, thank you so much for that awesome presentation. Amazing knowledge that is well needed for our audience to be able to, take advantage of understanding how technology can play a major role into their business. And I think that with SEO optimization, a lot of people just don't understand how beneficial that is, right? And I learned a lot about SEO optimization. I tell people, you Google my name, I'm on the first, and even you may even get to the second page because I do so much. I make sure I'm putting out, press releases every time I'm doing something, like anything that I can push towards that social media aspect. I'm definitely pushing it in that direction. So got some questions for you. So my first question is, what motivates you in like doing what you do? So what's that motivation for you?
Well, my motivation is I really, am a student of history. And when I was going through school, I graduated from MIT. And, I went into corporate America. My first job after college was working as a web applications developer for Raytheon. Something was missing. Something was missing from my corporate experience. And I realized that I desired to partner with smaller businesses because I wanted to have a bigger impact on the world. And I also wanted to empower Black-owned and women-owned businesses to get better treatment. I mean, just within the last few years, there's been a huge conversation about pay gaps and the disparity between Black women and white men. It typically takes, if you're in corporate America, if you're a Black woman, it typically takes you 18 months to earn the equivalent of what a white male does. Now, if you compound that over time, you see that that is a dramatic disadvantage that, and plus if you throw in, last hired, first fired into the mix, Black women have been at a severe economic advantage. And that's why Black women are one of the biggest growing demographics that are entrepreneurs. And so I want to empower these women because I understand. I am a Black woman. I am a woman. I'm a Black-owned business owner. I'm a woman. I understand the challenges that business owners face, and I seek to partner with them to achieve more. I really believe that if we create a strong ecosystem for Black-owned and women-owned businesses, it just helps all of us. So if we can keep that flow of money, that currency, and raise our vibrations, both emotionally, spiritually, financially, it can have tremendous effects. And also when you're dealing with the online realm, it doesn't have the risks associated with, like, say, Tulsa, Oklahoma. So is a more distributed model, is a more powerful model.
Absolutely. I love that. And I appreciate that background history, right? Because it's very, very important to break those demographics up for those individuals that are not aware of how unfair, that marketplace is, especially for the African American female, right? So I love that, my brothers and sisters are rising and doing amazing and great things, because that's what we're here to do, right? We're here to do amazing and great things. My next question is, who do you look for towards when it comes to advice? Like, express to us, how many mentors do you have, and kind of who's that go-to person when you gotta, when Miss Scott is like, man, I just need to debrief and detach and release it to somebody. So who's that person?
Okay, so I have 3 mentors that I have to have, like, period. Like, if I have a mindset issue, operations issue, like whatever the case may be. Because as an entrepreneur, I do not feel comfortable just talking to my girlfriends about the inner workings of my business. Right. And not only that, I really believe that, success leaves clues. And I definitely need advice from people who are already at the stage where I aspire to go. And so Marquell Russell, one of the co-founders of Client Attraction University, Andre Gaskin, the other co-founder of Client Attraction University, and Mr. Billionaire Benny, Mr. Benny Randall, that's my other mentor. So those 3 gentlemen are very, very impactful. I have so much love and admiration and respect for them, and they definitely are play a role in the success, my current success.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Appreciate you for sharing that. Last question, and I'm going to pass it to my co-host, Ms. Sharia. She has some questions for you. So the last question is, what has been your most significant achievement?
To date? Oof, personal or professional?
Whichever one you feel. You can share both if you feel like it. It's
okay.
It's your world.
So, man. I really believe in celebrating all the wins. So I'm gonna try to be as brief as I can. Professionally, I think being tapped as the go-to digital marketing support for Ntozake Shange's estate is a huge win. This is a cultural icon. She wrote for Color Girls, which Tyler Perry turned into a movie. I thought that was an awesome play. I know some people didn't like it as much, but I'm a Janet Jackson fan, so I love anything she does. So being able to, Ntozake Shange passed away in 2018, but her estate is still alive and well. Her play is going back to Broadway. Tickets go on sale April 1st. So being able to be a part of driving the visibility of her body of work is definitely an awesome opportunity and privilege. Personally, I would have to say, being I love being a mother and being so close to my son and he's been involved in the SEO Queen from day one. I call him our spokesboy. So he's done commercials and he's in the process of launching his own brand, jazzspeaks.com. So I'm really excited about that. And just the relationship I have with my son it just brings joy to my heart. It's like that Black boy joy it's nothing like it.
Absolutely. Well, Miss Scott, listen, you did an amazing job on tonight. And I just want to say thank you so much. So Miss Sharia Williams, I'm going to pass it to you because I know that you have some questions for Miss Scott. So ma'am, the floor is yours.
Well, Dr. Pitts, you already know I stay with questions, and I like answers. Well, thank you so much, Miss Scott, for that presentation. It was amazing. I had to write down a couple of things. I took notes. I take notes. Okay. So I love what you said, where you said technology doesn't need to eat and it doesn't need to sleep. Isn't that that is so true? I was like, yeah, you better say it, girlfriend. Yes, it doesn't need to eat or sleep. And that's why we need it. And I need more of it. So I'm going to have to give you a call after all of this because I need more of it. But you know what else you said that I absolutely love? You said, well, you said something, but I'm trying to pop up on page 1. You feel me? I'm trying to pop up on page 1. Right. All right, well, let me get to I'm a character. Let me get to my questions. So what marketing tactics do you find most effective when you're reaching new customers?
I think the most effective marketing tactic is really being clear in your mind about who your best client is. And from that clarification, your messaging flows, your content idea flows. And when you are really clear and you can really articulate what keeps them awake at night, what bothers them, then you're able to connect in a dynamic way to your ideal prospects and clients.
I really love that answer. I totally 100% agree. Who's your audience and what do they want? It can be a simple question, but people have an issue with it, so much so in business, right?
You would be amazed at how many people I've talked to over the years who haven't put enough time into that question. Yeah. I have labored over that question for years.
Me too. I mean, look, hey, I am not going to say I am not guilty.
Well, guilty. I mean, I've labored over that question. And, within the last couple of years, I've gotten really comfortable with saying that I focus on Black-owned and women-owned businesses. That's it.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right. And we can go into a whole nother show behind making that statement and not feeling fear behind it, right? So, right. But I love it, and I'm glad that you did take that stance and say it with authority. Okay, all right. So, who is your biggest inspiration, as an entrepreneur? Who is your biggest inspiration as an entrepreneur?
As an entrepreneur, I would say my biggest inspiration, don't think I'm weird for this, but it would have to be the virtuous woman in Proverbs, because that woman's a boss. I'm sorry. Right. That woman right there, whew, she sees land, she buys it. Her family don't fear the cold because they got all the, man, she wise. I mean, she's just a boss. That's my role model. Yep.
She be sewing buttons on things and everything and making food. I love it. I mean, quite, you never look at the virtuous woman as an entrepreneur.
But she is.
Absolutely. We can preach a sermon on that. All right. My last question is, this is a good one. How do you raise funding for your business ventures?
Well, I think right now there's a ton of resources out there. I was on the SBA. They're having a 2-day summit. And the Small Business Administration under the Biden-Harris administration is amazing because They're doing so many things to help Black women and just women in general, but they really recognize and have acknowledged the unique challenges that Black entrepreneurs and Black women and male entrepreneurs face. So the SBA has a lot of resources that I've taken advantage of. There's the 8A certification program. That's really a great thing to take advantage of, that the federal contracting. I'm in the process of finishing our application to submit for that. iFundWomen.com is another great source for grants. And also blackbusiness.com has a list of grants as well, and other resources. And also shebosstalk.com. Shantae Roddy has a grant tracker that she updates daily. And I follow her as much as I'm able to. Today, I was interviewing potential new team members and having client meetings, so I didn't get to tap in today. But I usually tap in at least every week, and I definitely, there's no point you doing all the research when there's people out here who are doing research for you on the grants, just like Shantae. So those are the platforms that I've utilized for funding. And finally, I also want to say, business credit is a huge game changer and should not be slept on. I've actually just partnered with one of my past clients to help our clients be able to build up their business credit and be able to generate the capital that they need to move forward. So I think, the SBA and those platforms are really a treasure trove of information that should be utilized.
Well, thank you so much. I mean, you just dropped like some bombs on us. Like, so that was a wealth, no pun intended, but there was a wealth of information, right? Money all up in there. I love it. I love it. Well, thank you so much. That's all the questions that I have right now. So, Dr. Pitts.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Sharia, for those amazing questions. And Ms. Scott, thank you for giving amazing answers. So listen, guys, we have been overwhelmed with some amazing knowledge about the topic of taking advantage of technology. We also was amazed by the Q&A that we just, partaked in. Ms. Scott, can you please do us a favor and just tell the audience that is watching currently right now how to get in contact with you? What's your information? Tell us where to find you at, where to support you, what's your website. Give us the whole enchilada of how we can stay connected to Ms. Scott.
Okay, so I really want to get my Twitter followers up. So please follow me at Z, the SEO Queen on Twitter. You can actually go to SEOqueen.com and scroll all the way to the bottom, and the links to all of our social media is there. Pinterest, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all of it is there. We're pretty much the SEO Queen on all social media except for Twitter. And you can also book a complimentary strategy session with my team and I by just going to SEO Queen and clicking on Speak to the SEO Queen.
Absolutely. Well, listen, guys, you heard it here. If you did not pay attention to what she just told you, go back, watch the replay, so that way you guys can catch all of this amazing information. Ms. Scott, thank you so much again for your time and your wealth of knowledge. Ms. Sharia Williams, thank you again for being my co-host. Love you to life. Listen, guys, I thank each and every last one of you guys that have been with us for day 20 and watching and getting this information. We hope that you guys get, new insight every time we talk about these topics. Year after year, you guys are getting different insight from different amazing speakers. So we are proud to bring this knowledge to the forefront for you guys to have, and we thank you tremendously. As you guys know, my name is Dr. Casual Pitts, and you already know my quote: coming together is the beginning, sticking together is progress, but working together is success. Stay tuned for day 21 on tomorrow. Peace.